Hey, it's Will Seymore here for FC Cincinnati, number 8. We're here in sunny IMG, and we're with Cincy Soccer Talk.
Great meeting you, Will. So just a few questions for our fans so that they can kind of get to know you a little bit better and you're not just a number and a face for them, right? So for our fans, what position are you most comfortable playing?
In central midfield, either box or holding, like anything really, like any all-around midfielder. I can do both. I mean, I've played a lot as a 6, but yeah, I like doing both. I can attack, kind of everything. But I mean, wherever Alan tells me as well, I'll play. So.
Obviously, wherever Alan tells you is where you're going to play. But if Alan asked you, you would say, "I'll take the 6."
Yeah.
All right, cool. You consider yourself left-footed, right-footed?
I'm right-footed, but I can, I can use both. I can pass.
Pretty comfortable.
Yeah. I wouldn't, feel comfortable pinging a left-footed ball. So, but yeah, right-footed, honestly.
All right, that's fair enough. Obviously, in the middle, it's good to have a little bit of capability on the other side. Let's see. So thinking back across your soccer career now, and it doesn't have to be your career where you were paid, but it could be, little all the way up. What was the most memorable soccer moment you had?
The most memorable?
Dad brought oranges to the game afterwards. I don't know.
No,
whatever.
He didn't do that. He just yelled at me. But it'd probably be when I was younger, playing in England, playing for my county team. We made it to the final of the county cup, and we played in a big stadium. And county football in England was a big deal. So that was a real honor because you usually get pulled out of your club to play, and the next step up would be England schoolboy. So it would definitely be playing for Cambridgeshire County.
Okay. So you mentioned England. Why don't you tell people, obviously, where you're from?
Yeah.
And maybe even what teams you follow over there and things like that. So,
so I was born in Colorado, actually, but my mom is English. My dad's American, so he was in the Air Force, and that's why I've been back and forth a lot. I've lived in Maryland for about half my life, and then I lived in England for a lot, in Essex and Cambridgeshire and stuff. But I grew up, I was raised on English football, playing when I was younger and stuff. But my team is Man United. That's a family thing. Yeah, my mom.
Nick Superling will be very happy. For all of our fans, they love Man United.
My mom's she's English, and her side of the family is all United fans. So I didn't really have a choice growing up. So, but I don't regret it at all. So.
Okay. Well, I know Nick is very pleased to hear this because so far we've had a lot of Arsenal, a lot of Liverpool, a lot of Chelsea.
I know. Mark Village is Liverpool. I can't believe I'm friends with him, honestly. But
yeah, it's terrible. But good to get a little balance there for Nick because you start to feel a little bit, outnumbered.
I got you.
Yeah. All right. So, and then obviously for people listening, you're basically a dual citizen at this point, right?
Yeah.
You're a U.S. citizen and an English citizen,
correct.
Going back and forth, which is kind of nice for us, and the fact that we don't have to count you as an international.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's see. What else do I want to say? Oh, besides soccer, because obviously we know you like soccer, or you wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
But what are your other passions? What do you do off the pitch?
If you ask anyone on the team, I video game a lot. Me and Mark, and I'll drop Emery in there, even though he say he doesn't, but he does. I like to play video games a lot. I like movies a lot. I like watching a lot of movies and being a movie guy and older
in
movies.
The theater or just sit at home?
all types. I got a pretty good knowledge on movies. But yeah, other than that, and just hanging out with guys, honestly, socializing and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't have any big hobbies golf or stuff like that. But yeah, definitely video games, and you can ask a lot of guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you mentioned the guys, hanging out with guys and such. So you've been with the team now for a few weeks. Has anybody on the team just impressed you? Not necessarily what they do on the pitch, but just as a person or whatever that's, somebody who's made an impression.
Yeah, I mean, I think like you said, on the pitch, I think everyone's impressed. Everyone's come in good shape and technically, and you can tell we're going to be a good team this year. But off the field, I think it's the same. Everyone's got really great character. Everyone has something different about them. Deco is a really cool guy. Even though he's an older guy, he's got a family, still jokes and laughs and stuff. And Manu is Manu, and but everyone has got something about them. And I think it helps when you have so many personalities, but different personalities, that everyone gels pretty well, and no one gets left out, and no one's kind of on their own and stuff. But I think I couldn't single one person out. I think everyone's got something different about them. But it's it's good laughs, and I think that'll translate to the pitch. A lot of guys will want to work harder for each other because they get along. So.
Okay, so you actually said Manu is Manu. So I'm thinking I might know the answer to my next question, which is, when everybody's out there, of course, you guys are working hard and trying to become the best team possible. But there's always going to be those moments of levity, right?
Yeah.
Where somebody's joking around. Yeah. So who would you say the joker is of the group, or jokers maybe?
Who the joker is? I'd put Manu up there. I would put, I think Deckel. He's more like the veteran joker. He always does like the if someone's in a circle, he'll be like, hey, get that ball behind you, but there's no ball kind of thing. He's like the sly veteran. But I heard Deckel said me, but I don't know what he's talking about. But I'd say Manu is probably the funniest guy on the team.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then what about like leadership on the team? Obviously, there's going to be a captain at some point, and they'll wear the band, which is great. But there's usually voices within the team who step up, who mentor, who direct, who people just naturally turn and listen to. Who's impressed you as potential leaders within the team?
I think right now, like you said, someone will get chosen, obviously, but I think in terms of the whole squad, I think everyone's a leader in their own way. Like, you look at Deckel and especially the returners from last, like Jimmy and Kenny and Matt, like they are vocal because obviously they've been here and stuff, and they know how it works, and they know what the club means to them and people, and they're really vocal in terms of like getting guys out to training and stuff. But I think everyone is a leader in their own. Like, I talk a lot, but like on the field, I kind of I just like to play, and like guys like to lead through playing, and guys like to lead through talking and stuff. But I don't know. I think like I said, like I couldn't pick one standout leader, but I think everyone has a leadership quality, and I think that's why Alan chose a lot of guys to come here, is because everyone is a leader in their own right. So, but I don't know. I'd probably say like Deckel or Jimmy's he's a guy who's organizing the team, even though he's been out. But I would say Deckel probably. He's an older guy.
Interesting. So let's talk about Cincinnati a little bit. Had you ever been to Cincinnati before?
No, I had not. No.
Okay. And then coming into Cincinnati, did you have any sort of thoughts on what the city might be like? Anything that surprised you when you got here?
I mean, I have family who have been to Cincinnati, and then I've had friends, and I've obviously read on Twitter and stuff like that. But I didn't really have any, I didn't really know what to expect and stuff like that. I'd heard it's kind of similar to Portland a little bit, like in terms of it's like a new, younger kind of place and up and coming city. But other than that, I kind of came in with a fresh mind, and I seen the fans and what the city thinks about sports, and I just think that's a big part that anyone wants to come to. And I haven't really gotten out to the city yet. But I'm really looking forward to exploring and getting to know like what it's about. So
you haven't been out that much. Is it? Are you staying in because of the cold at this point?
Oh yeah. I mean, like I don't know if you saw my tweets. That last week before we went, that was the coldest I've ever been in my life. Yeah. I mean, I couldn't. I walking from one apartment to another, I couldn't make it. So not much room for exploring. When it gets warmer, I said when it gets warmer, I'll go downtown and explore. Right. But so far not a lot.
So you haven't gotten out to any restaurants or any shops?
The only place that I've been like close to downtown was it's across the river where the aquarium is, and it looks across. I don't know what the name of it is. It's like where the movie theater is, bowling and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
I mean that's Newport on the Levee.
That's the furthest I've been, like, and seen downtown. But I've driven through it, and like the skyline is amazing at night. Yeah. I think that's the first thing I noticed when I got in. But it's still got a lot of activities to do and see and stuff.
I know you're active on social media, so I'm sure by now at least 100 people have told you that you need to try Skyline Chili.
Yes, I have. I've seen Forrest and like.
And he survived. He survived.
Yeah. I will admit I'm not like a big chili guy, but I will try it because everyone's telling me to try it for sure.
Yeah, it's a whole different experience. Anything you think you know about chili, this isn't it.
Okay.
But it's a Cincinnati thing.
Yeah,
so at some point, you got to do it, or we 100%. Actually will throw you out of the city.
Okay, in that case, I'll go when we get back. First day when we get back.
No. You have at least a year's grace time.
Okay.
All right. Well, thanks a lot. It was good talking to you.
Appreciate it. It was fun.
Thanks.